Hi, good day. Welcome to another edition of D-KAM. Today again we have Darren Kaulesa and Daniel Chapman discussing religion in schools as a separate subject. So do enjoy, have fun.
Hi, welcome to D-KAM. I'm Darren Kaulesa.
And I'm Daniel Chapman, and today we'll be discussing religion in schools as a separate subject mentioned before by Ravi.
Daniel, can you share with us some of your views on this issue?
Well, in my views, I totally agree with the teachings of religion in school, because in Trinidad and Tobago we live in a multicultural, multi-religious society, and I believe that the teaching of religion, even if it's just the basic or fundamentals of the religion, it would be very important, and it will help us to be educated about each religion and what they believe.
Taking into consideration that we live in a diverse, multicultural, multi-religious, ethnic society, I think it is wise, especially for our children, to grow up understanding at least the basics of each religion so that we can expel the ignorance and hate from society, because a lot of times ignorance and hate is brought about because of religious views and what we are taught growing up about religions. Now, I have a few questions that I think we should consider or probably bring forward to our Minister of Education or Ministry of Education, and they are as follows. The first question is, what level of religious and spiritual teachings would be taught? As follow-up question, would it be the basic and fundamentals of each religion? If so, I would totally support the idea. The second question, who would be considered as qualified to take the role and responsibility of teaching religions, taking into consideration that these teachers would have their own independent beliefs? The third question, what about those denominational schools like the Hindus, Muslims and Christian schools who would not allow the smell of other religions on their compounds? A concern mentioned by one of our executive members, Mr. Ravi Ramuta, is that Hindu girls attending Astra Girls Tunapuna are not allowed to wear raksha, or the Hindu religious string, on their wrists in the school. And some schoolgirls are taught that they are to do what they are told. This is what students are taught in school. So we have some issues that should be addressed and are very important in this concept.
In response to question 2, Darren, by an article in the Guardian newspaper on Tuesday, April 19, 2011, by Vernon Duncan, and I quote, "Who is qualified to teach what? Would a Christian teacher teach on Hinduism? What would be the content of that teaching? What would be the source of information, the Gita or the Bible? Would teachers be guilty of offending students and their parents? What about bias? What about disrespect and perceived or deliberate insults that could be hurled at other people's religion?" End quote.
I do hope that you would take what we have shared today into consideration and probably ask yourselves, probably determine for yourselves whether it is wise in your own respective view, whether it would be wise to teach religions in schools. We support the idea depending on the depth of the religious teachings, whether it's fundamental or whether it's depth, and who teaches it. All this must play a very important role in determining whether it's a wise idea or not. We thank you for being a part of D-KAM, for viewing and for taking part in today's discussion. I hope that you all have a great week.